Hey guys, so tonight I wanted to do a story time with y'all again. But this time, nothing about my experiences. This is about somebody else's. So let's begin. It's about Ouija boards. So, the actual scariest interaction, not scariest thing said, but scariest interaction, was when I was playing with it with two friends in my one friend's room. She was having really scary things happening to her in that room. She's a sensitive, so am I, and she claimed she was being attacked nightly by a malevolent male spirit. We immediately knew we were talking to that spirit once we started playing with the board because it was so ominous. Of course, that could have just been a psychological placebo effect knowing the info she's told us. And aggressive. It wouldn't answer any of our questions. It just kept going around like crazy. Then suddenly I started feeling very bad. I have a history of panic attacks, but I hadn't had one in a while. And I've never had any while playing with the board. Out of nowhere, I started feeling one coming on, tingles all over my body, sweating profusely, heart racing. So I said out loud, "We need to leave. I need to get outside." And the board immediately went to no. First time it was coherent. And so my friend was like, "Goodbye," so that we could close it and go outside, and it just kept going to no over and over again. Finally, my friend, the one whose room it was, who was being attacked by the spirit according to her, got to say goodbye and we left. It felt immediately better once I was outside. Usually with a panic attack, I have to take an anxiety med to calm down. But this time it just miraculously dissipated once I left the room. Later that night when I left her house, something pushed me while I was going down the stairs. Thankfully, I landed on my butt, so I just awkwardly slid down the stairs and didn't get hurt. Another somewhat creepy thing a spirit has uttered is when talking to a little girl. It was more sad than creepy, but she told us she couldn't see us. All she could see was darkness around her, that she could only hear us. She didn't remember anything about her life or how she died. She could only remember her dog. It was very sad. I still think about her. So, get ready for part 2. Number 2 story. I did the Ouija board for the first time ever when I was 13 years old. I did it with my cousin. We sat in my dark bedroom and started asking random questions. Nothing happened, and we gave up, watched TV, and eventually went to bed. That night I experienced sleep paralysis for the very first time ever. It terrified me. I had no idea what was happening. I felt awake. I literally looked around my room and saw my cousin sleeping next to me and all. But I could not move. I was frozen in place. I couldn't speak either. All I could do was look around my dark room, breathing heavy and hearing things around me. That's when the noises started. I started hearing laughter in my room, like a mocking type of laugh. My heart was going out of control at this point. That's when a voice started calling my name in a teasing way. Then the voices were replaced by this train-like noise getting louder and louder. Then suddenly all the noises and sounds just came to a stop. My eyes searched the room, and to my absolute horror, there was someone standing at my doorway, a dark and tall silhouette. It was just watching me. I was internally screaming, my eyes closed, and I started breathing as loud as I could. Eventually, my cousin woke up next to me and shook me, causing me to snap out of the paralysis. I screamed out to my dad, "Ha ha, I know what a baby," and he rushed in. I insisted someone was in the house, the silhouette I saw. I freaked the poor guy out. He ran all over the house, checking the closets and rooms in the garage, but there was nothing there. I was shaking, telling them about what happened. My parents just looked at each other, obviously creeped out, and told me to say a prayer and go to bed with night's thoughts. I know. Well, little did I know that I had just experienced the first of many sleep paralysis incidents. I'm 33 now and still experience some of these incidents. They are freaky as hell, but over the years I've learned how to deal with it. But the question is, did the Ouija board have something to do with this? Did it open up some kind of channel? Just a weird coincidence?